The ugly tree. Long, long ago, in a dense forest there were thousands of tall and beautiful trees. They were happy, but proud of themselves. Among them there also an ugly tree whose branches were badly twisted. Its roots had uneven curves. All the trees made fun of that ugly tree. "How are you, hunchback?" The other trees always shouted, and their laughter made the ugly tree feel sad. But he never raised a voice against them. The ugly tree thought, "I wish I were as beautiful as the other trees. Why did God do this to me? Neither can I provide shade to the travelers, nor can the birds make their nests on me. Nobody needs me." One day, a woodcutter came to the forest. He took a look at the trees and said, "These trees are lovely. I must cut them." As soon as he picked up his axe, the trees became frightened. Chop, chop, chop went the woodcutter's axe, and one by one the trees started to fall. "None of us is going to be spared," screamed one of the beautiful trees. Soon that tree too was brought to ground by the woodcutter's axe. By now, the woodcutter had come near to the ugly tree. He had just raised his axe when suddenly, he noticed how crooked the ugly tree was. This crooked tree seems to be useless for me. I cannot make long straight logs of this ugly tree," he thought. And he moved towards another beautiful tree. The ugly tree heaved a huge sigh of relief. He realized that by making him ugly, God had actually given him a boon. From that day, the ugly tree never complained. He was happy with his crooked branches. He never forgot how he was spared from the woodcutter's axe, only because he was crooked and ugly. The dog at the well. A dog and her pups lived on a farm, where there was a well. The mother dog told the pups, "Do not go near the well or play around it." One of the pups wondered why they shouldn't go to the well and decided to explore it. He went to the well, climbed up the wall and peeked inside. In there, he saw his reflection and thought it was another dog. The pup saw that the other dog in the well, his reflection, was doing whatever he was doing, and got angry for imitating him. He decided to fight with the dog and jumped into the well, only to find no dog there. He barked and swam until the farmer came and rescued him. The pup had learned his lesson. Moral: sometimes we need to listen to what our elders say instead of always defying. The Eagle and the Beetle. A beetle once begged the eagle to spare a hare which had run to her for protection. But the eagle pounced upon her prey, the sweep of her great wings tumbling the beetle a dozen feet away. Furious at the disrespect shown her, the beetle flew to the eagle's nest and rolled out the eggs. Not one did she spare. The eagle's grief and anger knew no bounds, but who had done the cruel deed she did not know. Next year, the eagle built her nest far up on a mountain crag, but the beetle found it and again destroyed the eggs. In despair, the eagle now implored great Jupiter to let her place her eggs in his lap. There none would dare harm them. But the beetle buzzed about Jupiter's head, and made him rise to drive her away, and the eggs rolled from his lap. Now the beetle told the reason for her action, and Jupiter had to acknowledge the justice of her cause. And they say that ever after, while the eagle's eggs lie in the nest in spring, the beetle still sleeps in the ground. For so Jupiter commanded. Even the weakest may find means to avenge a wrong. The talking cave. There lived a lion in a forest. One day, the lion wandered the whole forest, but he did not find any prey. Soon he was tired. The sun was about to set, but the lion still could not find a prey. "Oh, I had to fast today." "Never mind," said the lion, with a deep sigh, trying to console himself. As the lion was returning to his cave, he saw another cave. Let me go, and see if I can find a prey in that cave," thought the lion, as he walked into the cave. But the cave was empty. The lion sighed. Suddenly, he had an idea. He thought, "The sun is about to set. The animal, which lives in this cave, should come here soon. Let me hide inside the cave. I will get a prey without any effort. That should satisfy my hunger." Thinking this, the lion hid himself inside the cave and waited for the animal to come. The cave belonged to a fox. After some time, the fox came there. The fox is a clever and cunning animal. As he walked, he looked towards the cave, around cautiously, pricked his ears to hear the slightest sound, and twitched his nose to smell an animal. Even in the faint light of the setting sun, the fox spotted some marks on the ground. "The footprints of a lion," said the fox, surprised. "These footprints lead to the cave." "But there are no footprints coming out of the cave," thought the fox. "This means that the lion is still inside, waiting for the prey to enter the cave. It was a good thing that I came nightfall. Had I come here late, I would not have spotted the lion's footprints." The fox thought of a plan. He shook his tail happily and said, "Oh cave! Oh cave!" Having said this, the fox remained quiet for some time. Once again, the fox said, "Oh cave, oh cave, why are you quiet today? Every day, when I call you, you greet me saying, 'Welcome, friend.' How was the day?" The lion, who was hiding inside the cave, thought, "I think the cave must be welcoming the fox with these words, 'Every day but today, my presence here has frightened it, and so, it does not open its mouth. Let me speak instead of the cave, O cave. O cave," said the fox again. "Welcome, friend. How was the day?" said the lion as softly as he could. But a lion can never suppress his majestic voice. The cave echoed with his voice. All the animals living in the surrounding area were alerted by his roar. The lion thought that the fox would enter the cave. But he heard the fox saying, "Oh lion, can a cave ever talk?" "Well, goodbye." The lion peeped out of the cave. He saw the fox running away to save his life.